Oh, still some good littage, so I thought I'd take you out there with me. There's some kangaroos out there, so I thought, you know, might as well. Since we've gone past daylight saving, you know, might as well push myself now and finish this off. And you can see it's nice white sand out here, sort of thing. And out the back here, I'll show you. As soon as we've still got cardage, still filming. Yeah, there's some kangies out here. I noticed they're getting ready for their sunset feed, I reckon. So this is basically what we saw out of the campground yesterday, but I didn't get it this morning, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, feels quite damp underneath. They're probably on the lawn sprinkler. Yeah, lawn sprinkler. But if you go out the back here during the wet, you know, usually May to October, but the erect species usually start putting up their bachelor rosette as you cross over from June into July. Well, they do in our state, but maybe a bit earlier here because it gets colder sooner and you're in the lee of the grampians, of course, so there's more moisture about. So you got the grampians to our left there, and if you go out the back here, you just have carpets, fields and fields of these things, and they all glow in the setting, either in the morning or in the evening. You get some lovely photographs. You can almost tell what species they are just by the colour of the glow. So I think so. And it gets a bit swampy in areas too, so those swampy areas might actually have the odd banana here and there. You never know. There's rabbits going about, roos, and it's all tea tree bush, you see. So it's always a good sign. A fried out combi. Yeah. So, and you've there's the moss. You can see it'd be nice, verdantly green. And it walked through all that in 2007 and crossed over. There's a boundary zone out there, crossed over there, and it was quite, you know, quite good, heathy sort of thing. You know, good, lots of sundews about. As I said, there were thousands of them. You can see them. There's a field over there with not so much tea tree in there, and you can see them glowing in the sun. And yeah. Anyway, just thought you'd like to know, you book yourself here, and there's lots to see during the wet. And maybe they even have themselves a bonfire, I don't know. But I don't know if I can find a crossover point or just go between. Yeah, maybe I'll just see if we can find a spot somewhere between the two. Oh, it's a very taut fence, well taught fence, this one. I'll see if I can just go in here and give you a bit of a taste, a bit of a look-see recce sort of thing. Yeah, camera didn't shut off, amazing. Yeah, you won't shut up, Richard, and the camera won't shut off. So yeah, walk through all that sort of stuff, and yeah. And of course it was all damp and wet, and poolings of water here and there, and especially down that corner down there. But that was 2007. So hasn't changed that much. You know, from the tea tree still here. So nice silver sand soil, I think, grey silver sand soil. Get out to this sort of, is it brackeny zone? You can see you got the tea tree, because when you come the right time of year, these will be in flower, of course, and they'll be a sight to behold in themselves. So yeah. You know, I might just wander around, you never know, get down to the wet corner down there that was there before. We might stumble across some banana. So, yeah, you never know. Might just get lucky. I stayed up all night to get lucky, yeah. Astroloma, the asteroides, I don't know. This thing out for snake ruinies, but I think it's got a bit too cold for them. I think they're probably already hibernating. They said it was pretty cold last night. First I had a sheet on, then I had a semi-doona sort of thing, and I put the full doona on. I was still getting a bit cold. Got pretty cold here at Hall's Gap, and we're only just into the extremely far end of March, very, very early April, as I like to joke. So, yeah, came down here, had to cross over somewhere down here because it got a bit too boggy. He went down there. Still remember these things. This hasn't changed at all, you know, from the fence line anyway, point of view. So, yeah. It's like a time travel machine. You got yourself a cameradical TARDIS here. Yeah. Remember that the Doctor Who, when they went back to the Ark in Space twice? It was like going back to the same place twice. Remember that one? They went back to the Ark in Space over 2 different series or something. I'm just reusing props again, but you know, the idea that the Time Lord would go back to the same place twice. Keeps going back to Earth. Ha ha. So, yeah. You never know, YouTube might just give me an award for having the most number of videos on any one side or something. Everyone else thinks you've got to have subscribers or you got to have, you know, monetization or something. You just had to have the highest number of videos. Someone in the executive board, hey, never thought about that, yeah. Let's give an award to someone who's got the most videos on there. I think it might be on 10,000 now or something, I can't remember now. Been going back since like 2008 or was it 2007 I put my first one up. So, you know, over 10 years. So. Some of them were crap, but some of them were good to go back like a time machine. You know, keep going back out to the same old places and spawning new theories, because the old ones have collapsed and died along the way. Well, hopefully 2023 will be the year where we put it all together. We'll be growing things, you know, bog plants in flooded buckets, which sounds logical, doesn't it? A bog plant, and we'll span in the gap between aquatic plants and bog plants, which sounds pretty logical, doesn't it? Now, you don't know, you might find a sundew in here, you know, a pygmy sundew. You know, just pygmy or something, hanging on, ready to put out some gemmy when the rains get here. But you never know. Could be that sort of, certainly looks like it would be a good place to put some gemmy down anyway. So, anyway, lots of power lines here, so you might get some nitrates falling off the power lines. But I think that's about it for you, fellas. I think I've done it for you. Nice litage. So let me just wander back, and I think we'll call this one the quits, and I'm going to have a nice, well-deserved cup of coffee. I mean, we've got brown moss here just ready to go, you know, once the rains get here. And they'll get here much earlier than they do in our state, so yeah, there we go. So there you go, John. When's it all going to kick off in your country? Pretty soon, I reckon. These may be the last few calm dog days of of your year, I reckon. Yeah. Anyway, I wonder if this killing of this Russian journalist will cause something to happen. I mean, Putin has put down the red line. He says he doesn't want any United Nations members in Ukraine. So if they cross over the border, he might just start blowing them up and start using those mother of all bombs or something that almost look like a nuclear weapon going off. But basically they deplete the atmosphere of its oxygen and blow people's lungs out, and you know, basically takes out a square mile basically, and anyone in that mile basically gets their lungs ripped out or blown, punctured basically, and they die sort of thing. So yeah, it might start. Well, it's very economical, you see. I think it just uses fuel oil, doesn't it, or something like that. And I always wondered what it would be like if you had two cylinders of hydrogen and one of oxygen and put det cord around them. Would that be like in quotes, an atomic bomb sort of thing? You're turning the hydrogen, two aliquots of hydrogen and one aliquot of oxygen into water basically, but with a loud explosion, and it'd be very loud. If you've ever done that in high school, you put hydrogen and oxygen in a beehive sort of thing with soapy water in the bubbles. Just a single bubble will almost feel like you're going to blow your eardrums out and maybe the windows out in your classroom. Can you imagine what 2 cylinders of hydrogen and 1 of oxygen would do, with some just wrapped around with det cord to blow the cylinders up? Oh, that would be like a very economical. They probably have to make it a crude version. Yeah. An MF or something of mother of all bombs or something. If you get my drift. Anyway, what's the Chinese proverb? Maybe we live in interesting times, but I think it's all coming ahead. All sorts of things going on all around the world. So, yeah. As I say, why have nuclear weapons if you never use them? It doesn't stand to reason to have nuclear. If you're never going to use them, why not pack your toys away, sort of thing, you know? Yeah. A deterrent. Well, if you've never used them, what sort of deterrent is it? You know, it seems illogical to me anyway. But then I'm autistic, so you know, yeah. War breaks out, I either go to the encryption department or I go to the very dirty, nasty bomb department. Yeah. Well, I've never heard my grandfather's voice, so you know. Yeah, so I could probably span both departments at the same time, I reckon. Yeah, is that all you got? I want something with more bang. I want more bang. What? You know, only takes out a square mile without touching the buildings. I want more bang from my... Oh, hello. How you going? Yeah. Want more bang with my buck, don't I? Yeah, more bang with my buck. Anyway, that's about it for this one. I can see you on the other side, I suppose. Hopefully we're finally growing CPs properly, very quickly. You know, very fast, very colourful, very robust and big, and you know, strikeability of cuttings, root cuttings, leaf cuttings through the roof. Any piece you can break off, you can. Well, I want it to be like they say with the dandelion. You know, they say with the dandelion, you can grow a dandelion from any piece of the dandelion. They say. I'm thinking, what? Even the flower stalk? Apparently, that's what they say about the dandelion. And yet, the dandelion is one of these plants that just grows where it grows, year in, year out, a bit like the glid. But if you plant another dandelion next to another dandelion, it will grow. But sometimes if you plant one outside where they grow, outside the little range that you have there, they won't grow. So it does seem to be somewhat of an edaphic factor going on there. But hopefully we'll solve all of that and be able to answer everybody's questions to a great degree of certainty. And have some great power at our fingertips, you know. Because I'm coming to the idea that all these lower members of the plant community, like mosses and liverworts and all that, I think they evolved out of anaerobic earth. So it was still somewhat anaerobic when they evolved on the shorelines of the great oceans or there. So the oxygen was slowly being released, but it was still mainly anaerobic. And we might be able to prove, well, not prove it, show it to be so, because, you know, biology is not the king of science, that's mathematics. You can prove things in mathematics, but you can't really prove things with biology. You can show them to be somewhat true and along the lines of correctness, but, you know, it's more a Mark Shell sort of thing. You show it to be so I think we might be able to show that, maybe able to grow some moss and liverworts in a bell jar or something, and just watch the oxygen level just go down to almost to naught sort of thing, and watch the plant. Oh, it's still growing. Yeah. So it might be hard to do if the plants actually do give out their own oxygen. So, yeah. We may have to have an absorbent or something that just absorbs the native oxygen that they give off, and watch it plummet towards zero or something, and watch the plants, they just still keep on growing or something. Anyway, that's about it for this one from the fried out Combi. Bid you farewell, I suppose. See you on the other side, hopefully with some good news about anaerobic earth. Okay, over and out. See ya.